Okay, we have a question from Connor. Connor says, I would love to know your advice on building lower body hypertrophy for someone, me, with reoccurring lower back issues. I initially heard it 2 years ago, demonstrating a back end to a client, cold, very smart. Thank you for saying that yourself. Since then, I've struggled to back squat, front squat, and deadlift decent weight without pain. Wow, Connor, you really are going to have an issue here. Generally, I wouldn't say the following, but in your case, it might be something we need to look at. But Connor, when I was rehabbing in 2011, the apartment complex my wife and I were living in Burlingame had a really nice set of weightlifting machines. And even though I know leg extensions are bad for you, and leg curls are bad for you, and leg presses are bad for you, where I was at the time, they were perfect for me. I was doing sets of 8 to 15 on them. I was getting a pump. I was feeling good. And very quickly I noticed that I was getting some of that, the muscle back in my quads and hamstrings, and even somewhat up into my butt. The leg press isn't a great glute exercise, as I understand it. But you might have put yourself in a situation, Connor, that for your lower body hypertrophy, maybe you'd like to look into machines a little bit. There is an exercise called the Bulgarian split squat, or it's got a bunch of letters, the rear foot elevator or something like that. I don't know why we have to have acronyms in this field for everything. It drives me crazy. But the rear foot elevated split squat, for many people, puts no pressure on their lower back. The thing I come away with is this. You hurt this 2 years ago, and it's still bothering you now. I don't want to give you medical advice, but I would like you to get this looked at. I wish you could go see my friend Stu McGill and get a look at it, but 2 years is a long time for a back injury. Now, as a thrower, I mean, you kind of always live right on the razor's edge of, getting back issues because, of all the torque and twisting that we do. And some of the idiocy that we do. But 2 years is a long time. I would like you to think about the machines, to think about the split squats, but also let's get that looked at, okay? And I'd like you to get back to me on this. Thank you, Connor. Quick